Regarding macrolides, the mechanism of action like after formation of peptide bond, there will be translocation taking place, isn't it? Now, macrolides, what they will do, they will inhibit this step of translocation. Not only macrolides, we have got MCQ drug, that is macrolide, clindamycin, and quinpristin, which will producing translocation. Now, the drugs coming in this group mostly ends with thromycin. Like we have got erythromycin, roxithromycin, clarithromycin, azithromycin. One more macrolide which is recently been used is fidaxomicin. It is new macrolide. Now fidaxomicin, it is mainly used for pseudomembranous colitis. Therefore, it is mainly indicated in mild to moderate pseudomembranous colitis. Next important point to remember regarding macrolides are, first of all, macrolides are second line drug to penicillin. Now regarding penicillin, we know they are basically effective against gram-positive bacteria, right? Normally we prefer penicillins. Why? Because they are cidal drugs. They are bactericidal drugs. But conditions when we cannot use penicillin, then at that time the drug of choice will be macrolides. Like for example, we know that a drug of choice for treating syphilis is benzamine penicillin G, right? But suppose if the person is allergic to penicillin, then the drug of choice for treating syphilis will become macrolides. Okay, so the major clinical use is second line drug to penicillin. Condition where penicillin cannot be used, at that time we can prefer macrolides. Now, apart from this, macrolide themselves are the drug of choice for certain conditions such as chancroid, legionella, atypical pneumonia, and pertussis, that is whooping cough. Now, these can be remembered from the mnemonic clap. Okay, so macrolides are drug of choice for all these conditions, and apart from these, they are second line drug to penicillin. Next, we shall check out the major adverse effect of macrolides, which can be remembered from the mnemonic, yes, macro. Now, M is for motilin receptor. So, these macrolides basically they stimulate the motilin receptor which is present in your gut. Now, what exactly is the role of this motilin receptor means? Suppose this is your GI tract and on the gut, this yellow star you can see, that is a motilin receptor. So normally whatever is there in your GIT, it will be moving with its own speed, with its own pace. Okay, the gastric motility will be having some kind of time, some kind of activity, and with that speed, with that pace, the drug or the food will be moving into your GI tract. Okay. Now, what this macrolides will be doing is they are stimulating this motilin receptor, because of which the GI motility will be very much fast, leading to diarrhea. Like any other antimicrobial, it can also cause diarrhea. But what is special is we can utilize this side effect also. Like when we actually want to increase the GI motility, we can use this kind of drug. And the macrolides can be used for condition like diabetic gastroparalysis. Like if due to diabetes, if gastric motility decreases, we can stimulate motilin receptor to stimulate the motility. Similarly, it can also be used in paralytic ileus. Now, second adverse effect is allergy. It can be used by any it can be caused by any antimicrobial drug. So even macrolides can cause allergy. C is for cholestasis. Cholestasis jaundice can occur. But the special point to remember over here is this is not the side effect of all the macrolides. This cholestatic jaundice, it is mainly caused by a group of macrolide, that is erythromycin. And even not all sort of erythromycin causes cholestasis. It is basically seen with erythromycin acetylate. Okay, so only erythromycin acetylate can cause cholestatic jaundice, and the risk is very much high during pregnancy. Therefore, only erythromycin acetylate is contraindicated in pregnancy. Now, what is special to remember over here is, as such, macrolides are safe in pregnancy. So as such, only erythromycin salt and macrolides, they are safer in pregnancy. Only the drug which is contraindicated is erythromycin acetylate. And even erythromycin acetylate, they are not causing any kind of teratogenicity. They are just producing cholestatic jaundice in mothers. That's it. Now, next adverse effect, RO, means reversible ototoxicity. Now, most of the drug that causes ototoxicity, they can cause irreversible ototoxicity, like drugs such as cisplatin, vancomycin and aminoglycoside. These all drugs can produce irreversible ototoxicity, but macrolides, they can produce reversible toxicity. So this is a special side effect. They causes reversible ototoxicity. Now, other important thing to remember regarding macrolides are tacrolimus. Now you must have heard about the drug tacrolimus. Yes, it is an immunosuppressant drug, but you will be surprised to know that tacrolimus, these are also macrolides. See, macrolide, it is a chemical structure. Same chemical structure which is present in other macrolides like erythromycin, clarithromycin and azithromycin. And same kind of chemical structure can be seen in tacrolimus too. So basically, macrolide group of drug, they possess both antimicrobial property as well as immunosuppressant property, you can say. Like tacrolimus, they produces immunosuppression. Okay, so these are basically used for immunosuppression, autoimmune diseases and transplant, whereas other drugs such as erythromycin, clarithromycin and azithromycin, they can be used for their antimicrobial activity. Now, among these macrolides, there are also some kind of differences in azithromycin basically and other macrolides, and the important differences are these azithromycin, they are very long acting, whereas other macrolides, they are relatively short acting. Other macrolides, they have got macrosomal enzyme inhibition, whereas azithromycin, they do not inhibit macrosomal enzyme, and because they do not inhibit, they do not produce any kind of alteration in macrosomal enzyme, they have got fewer chances of drug interaction, whereas other macrolides, they have got higher chances of drug interaction. Okay, so this was all about the macrolides. Now going to our next topic, that is clindamycin. Now regarding clindamycin, mechanism of action is same as that of macrolides, like after formation of peptide bond, translocation occurs, and basically clindamycin are the MCQ drug which will basically inhibit the translocation. Next, we have got three important points to remember regarding clindamycin. First thing is, clindamycin is secreted in bile, therefore they are saved in renal disease. Secondly, it was the common cause of pseudomembranous colitis, that is PMC. In fact, due to this reason, we avoid to use clindamycin. And thirdly, major indication of clindamycin is for anaerobic bacteria. Okay, so these are the three important points regarding clindamycin. Now, the major uses of clindamycin can be remembered from the mnemonic CAP. C is for cocci. Clindamycin is useful in cocci like cephalococcus, streptococcus kind of organism. A is for anaerobic bacteria. Clindamycin is effective against anaerobic bacteria. In particular, it is used in case of acne vulgaris. Okay, so whenever there is acne, we have got a ointment, a cream of clindamycin. So it can be used for treating acne vulgaris, the pimple kind of thing. Even it is used in lung abscess caused by anaerobic bacteria. Lastly, P means parasites, and the important parasites against which we can use clindamycin, they can be remembered as PMT. P is for pneumocystis, M is for malaria, and T is for toxoplasma. Okay, so these are the important uses of clindamycin. Our next class of drug is quinpristin, and it has also caused the same mechanism of action, that is, these are the MCQ kind of drug that will inhibit the translocation. Okay, next, this drug, that is quinpristin, it have got its best friend, means quinpristin is always given in combination with a drug known as dalfopristin, and both the drug combination chemically they are known as streptogramins. Okay, and these streptogramins they are basically indicated in VRSA, that is vancomycin resistant staph aureus. Now these streptogames they are given in VRSA, but the thing to remember is they are not the drug of choice in VRSA. They are one of the drug used in VRSA. As such, drug of choice for VRSA is daptomycin, but when daptomycin is not used or any other problem occurs, means we can use streptogamin in that place. Okay, so this is all about quinpristin. Our last class of drug is aminoglycosides.